Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, frankly, to episode 16 of the Donald J. Trump podcast. The haters and losers said we wouldn't make it this far, but here we are. And we're continuing, and if you see the likes and comments and views and subscribers, really, it's out of this world. And I want to start off by saying I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. Frankly, I know I did. It was very jolly, very filled with joy, very bigly presents and gifts and love, right? We call it love. So much love. And, it's one day, maybe a couple minutes to forget about the haters and losers, although the haters and losers don't forget about me. They're thinking about Trump while they open their gifts with hatred in their eyes. They don't even care about the gifts. They won't be happy until they see me dead. But we're not going to die, and we're going to win big, just like we do here. And so this is the very last episode of 2022. And it's been a great year. So I figured we'd take time to look back, right? We'd spend this episode looking back on all the wonderful times that we had here. So without further ado, enjoy this little compilation, right? We call it compilation that we put together. And I think you're going to enjoy it. And please don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe so we can defeat the haters and losers, okay? Believe me. Enjoy. We've got a whole box. Very strongly. We call it documents, right? Declassified. And look, we've got some right here. We're doing an unboxing for the American people. Let's see what we got here, right? It's a little information about Sleepy Joe Biden. Sleepy Joe Biden, this is from the Pentagon, picks his nose and eats it. Wow. Can you believe that? By the way, this is how strong of a relationship we have. I call it the alphabet community. We've got rainbow MAGA hats, okay? We're selling them, going like hotcakes because the gay people know, okay? I call him Judas Pence, Mike Pence. I saw on the news, you could Google it. He's living in a tent now, Mike Pence. Yeah, the guy's they found him in a tent. They call it Tent City in Austin, Texas, okay? He's all unshaven, very sad what happened to Mike. And look, Mike, he lost his faith, too, in God. Okay, believe me, I know God very strongly. Mike was always sort of a Christian guy, right? Church going every Sunday, right? I try to go, but, I'm winning for the country. But anyways, Mike, they had him on tape saying, I hate Jesus. Could you believe that? I love Jesus. Trump loves Jesus. Got a car that was filled with stolen ballots in New York City. It was apprehended by a Patriot, okay? And we've got the video right here. We're going to play the video for the people at home. Okay, viewer discretion advised, okay? Let that car go. Unbelievable.
Fuck.
Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. But the ballots, thankfully, were recovered, right? By a Patriot. Happened to be an African-American Patriot, and he delivered them to me and Rudy at Mar-a-Lago very strongly. Actually, we have a video of me. I was meeting with Rudy just this past weekend. Roll the tape, folks. Roll the tape. And look, folks, we're here with Rudy, so strong. America's mayor, and we're winning so big. And we're going to come back so strong. We 24 coming.
All right.
We love Rudy. We love Rudy.
We love Rudy. We love Rudy.
This guy, so big. Elon, right, tried to buy Twitter. This was a little way back, but we should talk about it, right? Elon tries to buy Twitter, which, by the way, is a failing company. Complete, the stocks are way down, filled with bots, which Elon figured out, right? A little too late, right? Think he lost $1 billion there. But look, Elon, I was rooting for Elon, okay? Until he decided to criticize me out of nowhere, right? We had a tremendous relationship when I was in office. I gave him tax cuts. And he tells me that I should hang up my hat and sail off into the sunset. Look, Elon, okay? I wish I could do that. But I need to fight for the people, for the country, right? I need to take back the country. Okay, perhaps you could fly off to Mars, right? Stick with rockets, okay? We're commenting below. Hip to my trip, said thank God, right? Do we love God? We love God. For this young man, wow, young, right? I haven't been called that in a while. Keep them coming. Laughter is what the world needs more of. Upside down smiley face emoji / the fist, right? We love the fist. That's a great emoji. Crooked Hillary starts a podcast, okay? All of a sudden, very interesting timing. I start a podcast, tremendous numbers. And then who pops up saying, oh, hey, I'm going to do a podcast now, is none other than Crooked Hillary Clinton with her daughter, Chelsea. Okay, there's another beauty. I want to know what is Bill doing when they're interviewing these gutsy women, right? I want to know what the hell is Bill doing. I mean, I have an idea. Just if I were Crooked Hillary or little Chelsea, not so little anymore, frankly, I would be saying, what is Bill doing while we're interviewing these nasty, gutsy women, okay? That I can tell you. Maybe a little bit of a Freudian slip there, okay? Very strongly. Jill Biden, wife of President Sleepy Joe Biden, once again from the Pentagon, is having a sexual affair with, whoa, this is Frank, wow. Talk about a reveal. Talk about a scoop. Is having an affair with Karen Jean-Pierre, the Biden administration's press secretary. Wow, who saw that coming? Which, by the way, I have a tremendous relationship with every letter of the alphabet community, especially the L's, okay? But that's very interesting, and I think it's a disgrace to cheat on your husband while he's dying, really. She should be by his bedside, right? Nursing him, right? Blending up his breakfast, not having sex with their press secretary, who happens to be a woman. It's very interesting. Furthermore, the president himself has developed a serious drug addiction. Whoa. To Benadryl, and several West Wing staffers have reported seeing him make trips to the bathroom to snort it. Wow. And he needs an intervention. But how the hell do you have an intervention when your whole family's fucked up, right? Governor Ron DeSantis was spotted at a Harry Styles concert. I have the news report right here. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis was spotted attending a Harry Styles concert solo, not with his children or with his wife or any friends, but by himself. Very interesting. Ron was quoted as saying, Harry has curly brown locks with twinkling, cute green eyes. Very interesting. And dimples. Harry's gender-bending persona, along with his refusal to assimilate to traditional gender roles, makes him an icon to many men my age, especially me. Go Harry. P.S. Love your dance moves. It's very interesting. I had no idea Ron was such a fan of Harry, frankly, Styles. That's very interesting. You know, Mike took his MyPillow commercials down from Fox News when they wouldn't support me when I lost the election. And I got to say, you know, that's a lot. Okay, the guy gave up a lot of money for me, okay? And, I'll be honest, it's almost like a little gay, like how devoted he is to me. You know what I mean? Like, look, the election, in my opinion, was rigged so strongly, and he supports me. But to lose, the guy gave up $300 million for Trump, and I'm very thankful. And I use the MyPillow every night of the week. But I can't help but think that maybe he likes me for more than just, me signing deals and bills in the Oval Office. You know, he's another guy who sends me 3 a.m. texts, okay? Like the Queen. May she rest in peace. So anyways, moving on. Big news this week. The Queen, the beautiful Queen Elizabeth, passed away. May she rest in peace. First off, moment of silence for the Queen. There we go. Wow, what a great moment of silence, right? I think as moments of silence go, that was a good one. R.I.P. And I think back to the times, I had lots of tremendous times with the Queen. We had a wonderful relationship with the Queen. I remember one time I was in England I get a text once again early in the morning. I look at my phone, and it's Queen Elizabeth, and she says, "Done, ... you up, ? She's asking if I was awake, and I'm like, well, frankly, of course I'm up. I'm always up, okay? I'm always up because I'm winning. Turns out, looks like the Queen wanted to, they call it the kid sparing hookup, right? She wanted to hook up. But I wouldn't do that to my wonderful wife, even with royalty, because I'm such a loyal guy. But, yeah, the Queen wanted to hook up, and, very interesting, frankly, not really my type. Okay, I'm not going to rate the Queen on a scale of 1 to 10, but, I'm not going to go there. Wouldn't be more than a 4, but once again, out of respect, I'm not going to go there with the Queen. But look, before the Queen passed away, right before, her last phone call was to me. A lot of people don't know this. And she said, Don, I want to use my last breaths to tell you to run for president again. I went to one of those psychic people, right? They talk, the mediums, right? They talk to the people passed away. I went to one. They said, a president, is there a president in the audience? And I said, right here. And they said, another president by Abe Lincoln wants me to let you know that you've done more for the African Americans than I did. And I said, okay, Abe, thank you. Tremendous. Lori Lightfoot, instead of fixing the broken school system, the gun violence on the streets, she herself is going around doing drive-bys. They call them drive-bys. She gets into her little mayor motorcade, nowhere near as big as the presidential motorcade, that I can tell you. She gets in there, and she goes around shooting young black rappers. It's a disgrace.
We're hitting the road to shine a light on women who inspire us to be bolder and braver.
Leadership doesn't look one way. It's a giant rainbow.
You're not gonna break me down. You'll get worn out before I do.
Women who push us outside our comfort zone.
You got this.
Did you see this? You see Chelsea Clinton dressed as a fireman, like she's a fireman. That she, oh, I'm so gutsy, I'm a fireman. Look, if the men whose last breaths were the sound of the World Trade Center crashing down upon them saw that, they'd be frankly rolling in their graves right now. She's flailing around like a child at the water park. These people were climbing up there holding pounds and tons of equipment, right? And here she is, little entitled Chelsea, flailing around. Oh, look at me, I'm a gutsy firewoman. Such a disgrace. This is a video of Sleepy Joe Biden this past week. I call it the Benadryl administration. Take a look. Once again, if you've got children in the room, you might want to send them out because it's not good, okay? Not good. Such a disgrace.
Mr. President, thank you.
He says, Mr. President, thank you. He turns around, who are you talking about, right? He still thinks Obama is president. Okay, the guy's a total disgrace. And look, I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm not a doctor, okay? I studied finance, got the best grades, okay? Wharton School of Finance, not a doctor. But I must say, that guy probably has about 3 weeks left to live, okay? Look, once again, not a doctor, but if I was his family, if I was Sleepy Joe's family, and, look, they're all on drugs, but if I were one of the sober ones, one of the ones who had been through the program successfully, right, the AA, right, they call it AA, I would say, look, we need to start planning for Joe's funeral, okay? Because what's happening is a disgrace. Diamond and Silk have joined the OnlyFans website, and here's the ad. Are you a fan of Diamond and Silk? I know I am, and it's so true. It's so true. Now you can get more of both Diamond and Silk. A lot more. To tell you that if you want to know the truth, you can get a lot more of Diamond and Silk now, okay? I mean, I haven't signed up, okay, because I'm busy winning, but I hear through back channels that a lot of great things are happening here, according to this ad. Sign up now and get your first 3 months. 3 months free. First 3 months of their sweet chocolate goodness for free. For free. Silk says, I've always been told that I was a sexy BBW, right? They call it BBW. So I meet Mike at the Cheesecake Factory. He's like, I got us a booth. So I'm like, okay, I like booth. Okay. So he's like, I'll sit next to you. And I kind of gets all a little close, right? A little, not like normal close, but like a little close, right? But I say, okay. So I'm eating my meatloaf. And then I'm like, so Mike, what do you think we're going to do to secure the election, security and integrity? And then he goes in for a kiss. Mike Lindell tries to make out with me. So I say, Mike, I got to stop it there. Look, I support you. I love everything you've done for me. But look, we got to end this, okay? But as it stands now, I currently have a order of protection against Mike because he could help keep working on my behalf from 500 yards. But when you try to make out with me at a cheesecake factory, when I thought I could just enjoy some delicious meatloaf and cheesecake and go over, taking back the country, when you can't enjoy that and you have a man with a crazy mustache, okay, imagine that coming at you, okay, right? Hashtag Me Too. I've been Me Too'd, right? Talk about a news announcement. Donald Trump has officially been Me Too'd by Mike Lindell. But look, Mike, we wish you well, and hopefully we could maybe, be friends again one day. But you can't go around, trying to make out with people, okay? Especially other men that aren't like you at the Cheesecake Factory. It just can't happen, okay? Very proud to announce the show has a new sponsor, a tremendous sponsor, a sponsor, frankly, like you've never seen. Wrap Snacks. Have you heard of it? They're tremendous. Wrap Snacks provides tasty, delicious, and most of all, nutritious food for people all over the country who are fans of hip-hop, right? They call it hip-hop. And on this particular wrap snack, there's a photograph of a rapper named Lil Boosie. He also goes by Boosie Badass, but I've been watching him on Vlad TV, and he's got a lot of very interesting things to say, frankly, Lil Boosie. He was beefing with Lil Nas X, the guy. He made a video. He's twerking on Satan. This is a man, and he's twerking on the devil. Not good. And Lil Boosie stood up, and he said, I don't like this. Doesn't look so good. There's a lot of controversy about this Netflix series about Jeffrey Dahmer. They call it Monster. And the kids, the Gen Z, they're calling it Dahmer and Chill, okay? Dahmer and Chill. See, it used to be Netflix and Chill. And they'd call the girl, oh, the boy, come over. They'd put in a Netflix film and then end up fooling around, sexually, very strongly. But now, these kids that have no direction, right? In school, they're being taught all this propaganda. They don't know what the hell's going on. Their parents are at rallies, burning things down, taking down statues. So they're doing Dahmer and Chill. Okay, Elton John, Sir Elton John. That's the kind of LGBTQ that I like. Not the ones that are murdering and eating and having sex with dead bodies. Okay? Call me old-fashioned. But Gen Z, I suggest you go back to Netflix and Chill. Okay? Instead of Dahmer and Chill. Because not good. Doesn't look good on paper. Doesn't look good really anywhere. Okay? Believe me. Put your hands together and give a very warm welcome for Primetime 99, Alex Stein. Alex, pleasure to have you on the show.
Wow, it's an honor and a privilege, Mr. President.
And I've been considering you as a running mate.
Little old me, what that? No, that would be an honor and a privilege. Dawn, please. And listen, I'm going to tell you something. Hand to God, I know you're beefing with Jared Kushner a little bit. I'll fire him for you. I will do that. I will do the dirty work, Prez. If you need me to go.
You're the first guest, right? You have broken the virginity of this show having guests, okay?
Wow, that's an honor. And I didn't lose my virginity until I was 31 years old. So you're doing a lot better than me, Mr. Trump.
And there's nothing wrong with that, guy. And we're going to send you, Alex, we're going to send you a lifetime supply of Wrap Snacks. And it's more than just Little Boosie. You'll have Biggie. You'll have Big Pun. You'll have everybody on the list. And a lifetime supply because we love the Wrap Snack community, okay?
Wow. So I'll have Little Kim and Nicki Minaj. Wow.
That's right. That's right. Is what I am muy borracho, stumbling around and coming up with different ways to make you pay for the wall. Because we're going to build it.
No, I don't think so.
No, we're going to build it, okay?
Oh, you think you're going to build a wall?
No,
look.
Wherever you build a wall, we're going to build a wall on the other side. Because a lot of Americans coming to Mexico. Have you seen this? Have you seen BuzzFeed, Vox News? A lot of Americanos coming to Mexico trying to look for opportunity. And we're going to say no. No, that ain't funny. Ain't no calm down.
Look, Kanye, I'm laughing because I thought of a joke from 3 weeks ago. But go ahead.
You don't have the answers, Trump.
Look, Kanye, I'm not going to fight you, right? Because you know I love you, okay?
All right.
I love you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. See,
it's okay.
It's okay. I'm trying to learn and be more aware of everything going on. I mean, if you talk about Walt Disney, Rockefeller, Simpson, Seinfeld, all people.
Are you talking about O.J. Simpson?
O.J. Simpson. Styrofoam. Okay, Big Mac.
You know, Kanye, you're very funny, Kanye. It's really hard to keep a straight face because you're so passionate.
Well, I'm out here. I mean, of course I'm passionate. I'm trying to get my kids back from Skeet Davidson, who by
the end of it, he has to go through this, like, complete rebirth, like a bloody new guy, just to realize he's a real boy. And in that story, it's really inspiring because, Alex, somewhere underneath the kid who's watching reruns of Jackass, trying to lose down a hill with a skateboard with his friends, bashing around shopping carts, getting rolled up in carpets like Wee Man. It's like there's more to life than just listening to 96 Quite Bitter Beings, man.
So you're saying there's more to life than going back to, like, early 2000s MTV shows? Is that what you're saying?
And if you listen to him, that's all he's talking about, right? My Chemical Romance, AFI, before they
Jordan,
sold out.
Are you crying, Jordan?
I was before, but I can control it.
Are you sure?
No. You should try it. No. Everybody says, I'm blabbering away and I'm crying all the time. Well, it's like, how in touch with emotions are you? Are you so guarded?
Nobody knows emotions and being in touch with them like Trump, right? Jordan, do you need we call it hug? Do you need a hug?
I don't even think you know the lyrics to Mariah Carey's emotions, let alone know actual emotions. So, first of all, bloody no. Second of all, just think about when you were a little Trump, running around. And your dad's like, oh, I'm proud of you, sure. Well, why don't you buy a building? Why can't you be a son that makes me proud in the professional sense? You can throw a ball, so can Timmy down the street. Who cares if you can throw it faster? What's the point? Can you buy a building, flip it, make it a beautiful tower? And you know what, Don? You did do it. You bloody did do it, man. Because you really...
Jordan!
No!
Jordan!
Yes.
I'm frankly...
Oh, no.
I'm crying because you're right.
You have a breakthrough, man. Come on, you can do it.
I'm crying.
Sure. We all cry.
Peterson.
To be fair,
so many tears. Look,
you really do have the most tears of all. I guess that is.
I'm crying, frankly, and look, nobody's ever cried like I'm crying.
That's actually true.
I'm crying because, frankly, you're right. I'm crying tears of happiness. I'm crying tears of happiness. It's like you're out there doing deals so much. I never got a time to take it all in.
Yeah.
I became the freaking president, and even though Sleepy Joe stole it,
he did.
We're gonna.
Okay, but
comment below for a chance to win. This is a collector's item. It's the Sopranos Season 2 on VHS. Okay, that's a collector's item. Matter of fact, when I was going through a very hard time, I mentioned Joe Biden, who is technically retarded. When I lost to him, and really, we gotta be safe. We gotta follow the YouTube policies. Okay, no court has officially found wrongdoing, but there were a lot of terrible things going on, and you people know, okay? Even on the radical left. And I'll admit, because I'm a man, I'm very strongly, bigly man. At one point, we call it suicidal, and I considered killing myself because losing to a dead person is not fun, okay? And even though technically I don't think I lost, but technically on paper I lost, but I found refuge in Skippy creamy peanut butter. Not the chunky. I don't like the chunky. I like the creamy. Our new sponsor, we've got Walmart Rotisserie chicken, okay? Walmart rotisserie chicken is the most delicious rotisserie chicken on the market, especially their lemon pepper flavor, okay? And look, I know lemon pepper, okay? From even when I was a little kid, I said, Mom, Dad, I want some lemon pepper. And that's why I chose this one as my favorite, right? Because you need to advertise things that you actually enjoy. And I enjoy this lemon pepper so bigly. And it's fully cooked, right? Comes fully cooked. You don't have to cook because people are busy out there. They're working very hard, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 jobs because they have to under this horrible Sleepy Joe economy. Into Twitter, right? Let's get into Twitter. I'm back on Twitter, and a lot of the haters and losers are not happy, right? Their heads are exploding, and they're talking a lot of crap. But look, the thing is I haven't even decided if I'm going to use, because I'm on Truth. We call it Truth Social, and we're doing tremendous things on Truth, and really, they're saying a lot of people have been tweeting truths, okay? Maybe I'll tweet my truths, or perhaps I can truth my tweets, okay? So we'll see whether I'm truthing my tweets or I'm tweeting my truths. We'll have to see which one, vice versa, right? We call it cross-promotion, right? Cross-promotion. I taught that in Art of the Deal, right? Page 36. Don't be afraid to cross-promote. Maybe one day I'll own a social media network and then I'll be kicked off of one, but then back allowed on, and I'll cross-promote. Art of the Deal, greatest business-selling book of all time. Good. Some people have accused me they say he's on Adderall. No, it's called Strength and Stamina, okay? It's all I need, and it comes from my big, beautiful brain, okay? It's burning up, right? There you go, Ann. Demonic. She's such a demon, Ann Coulter. Such a demon. Look at that.
And they're cheering so strongly. Come here.
I mean, they love me so strongly.
Do we love Grace? We love Grace. That's right. And we love all these young women. And they're cheering for me. Absolutely. They want a picture, right? Because they know how to win their winners. So many deals. Unbelievable.
That's great.
That's a great deal.
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
Take a look at this.
It's the season to be jolly.
Little Nasia.
La 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 la. That's right. Look at this little girl, right? She knows the lyrics. Unbelievable. You know, I was an
She knows the lyrics.
Little Macaulay Culkin, right? You kind of remind me of him, except African American. So many deals.
Look at that. It's all laughter because we're happy. Push it over there, and if you've got a little one who needs to sit in the midsection, this is a wonderful chair. Go to honda.com and promo code Donald J. Trump Podcast, and you can get a wonderful 2006 Honda minivan seat.
Playing you out. This is what they played in the boardroom when I fired Gary Busey and Meatloaf and LaToya Jackson. Kanye, you are fired. Officially fired as my best African-American friend. Now you go to the limo and you look into the camera and you tell them why you made a mistake, and maybe you'll come back on the All-Star season and maybe you could win next time. But Kanye, you've really disgraced yourself. I wanted to help.
We on a ultralight beam. We on a ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream.
Don't
this
do
is
that. No.
everything.
You're making me love you again. Why? But I don't know if that's gonna happen. He really seems like he's on a tear. Ever since he lost his family, maybe we should get him back with Kim. How about that?
That's what I call a love story, right? Every Mexican American and Mexican, frankly, we love a good story about amor. That's what we call it.
Right.
Amor. Beautiful word. You hear the flamenco guitars in the patio, bouncing off of the mosaic tiles of a fountain, right?
Yes.
There's a sunset in the background. Kim, Kanye, and of course, the beautiful Keys, all reunited as one again together. Because really, it's all about Familia, right? We just came back from Thanksgiving, yeah?
They are recommending criminal charges? Yeah, we'll see. Bring it on. Okay, let's bring on these criminal charges. Okay, I'd love to see what happens. And you got every news headline. They're like, the walls are closing in. MSNBC, they say the walls are finally closing in. The walls have been allegedly closing in for 8 years now. Okay. I mean, look around. Do you guys see walls closing in? I don't know. I see them in a nice, big, beautiful, open room. The walls are very far apart. They say the walls are closing. Look, if the walls were so closed in like they've been saying for 8 fucking years, I'd be smushed, right? I'm not smushed, so we're defeating the enemies and we're defeating them so strongly. And I'm like, what could that be? And I see this shadowy figure. Melania's fast asleep. And I'm like, who goes there? Is it a home intruder, right? Do I have to, defend myself? Because I have a gun in the bedside table. Love the Second Amendment. Do we love our Second Amendment? We love the Second Amendment. And this guy comes over, and he says, ooh. And I'm like, what is this? And he goes, you're being haunted. And I'm like, I'm being haunted. I'm like, I've never been haunted before. This is very interesting. But I wasn't scared because I don't get scared, because I've got strength and I've got stamina. But he's like, ooh, you're being haunted. I'm like, okay, so what's the deal? Okay, and look, by the way I was haunted, if you look at it, we have security camera footage. I mean, I took it very well. Most people would start crying. They would poop their pants. You could say I was no one's ever been haunted like I was haunted, because it really didn't even seem that bad. And it turns out I'm being haunted by the ghost of Abraham Lincoln, okay? And he comes up to me and he's like, ooh, Mr. Trump, first things first, I want to say to you, you were the best president for the African Americans. Ooh. And I was like, that's so true. I always say I was the greatest president for the African Americans other than Abraham Lincoln. And now here he is telling me that I was the greatest president for the African Americans since him. And he freed the slaves, which, by the way, and he told me this and I knew, Sleepy Joe Biden wants to bring back slavery, okay? So much hatred in his heart. He wants to bring back slavery. He pretends to be a friend with he says, I have a black vice president. She's not black. Kamala's not black. She's brown. And she's barely brown, if you want to know the truth, okay? I know these things. She's not black. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed that wonderful compilation. We worked very hard to put it together. I have a very bigly team working very strongly. We've got Giuliani and everybody working on that. He made an appearance in there, and have a very happy new year, and we'll see you next year, and we're going to be bigger and better than ever, okay? And frankly, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe, okay? It's going to be huge, all right? Believe me.